but why does some schlub that works for the Panera Bread on the second shift in fucking Des Moines, why do they think that they should be commenting or have time to do this? Commenting on the goddamn news story on the serial killer in New York or the fucking, whatever.
What's the second shift? Is that between lunch and dinner, or is that dinner?
No, the way I understand, now it could be different, but the way I understand is that the first shift is the one that starts in the morning, like around sunup or whatever, and then you go second and third from there. I don't know, though. I don't want to be quoted.
Okay, I didn't realize there were people in Panera from sunup.
Well, I don't know when they fucking open. I don't eat there. I wait till 10:30 when fast food places start serving lunch, because fast food breakfasts give me a goddamn heartburn. And then I go get me a goddamn cheeseburger from hopefully my fast food place of choice in that area. 10:30 is the magic time.
10:30 is the magic time. Well,
I actually plan my road trips when I'm going to leave, and based on, I don't want to get into an area where it's lunchtime, because then you stop and it takes you forever. You want to hit your goddamn fast food places between 10:30 and 11:15 in the morning, or after 1:30, 1:45 in the afternoon. So if I'm going to hit a dry spell where there's no exits for 100 miles or so, I try to make sure I get out of it before, that time period, or basically skip after it. Because it's all about keeping a good average.
This is so fascinating.
No, you got to keep a good. See, a lot of people think I'll drive fast and I'll get there. No, it's not about how fast you drive in the open stretches. It's about the average you maintain. And I can keep, without ever doing above 77 miles an hour, I can keep a 65 mile an hour average on every trip that I take, because I combine my stops: the food, the piss, and the gas. That's the 3 stops you need to make when you're on the road: food, piss, gas. You actually need to make more piss stops than you do food or gas stops. Generally, if you're driving 8 hours, you're going to make 1 food stop, you're going to make 2 gas stops, you're going to make 3 piss stops. But then on a piss stop, you can hit the rest area instead of having to get off at an exit. Because when you get off at an exit, you have completely committed yourself to a 15-minute piece of business here, which is going to kill your average. Because once you get off, you're going through red lights. You got to get the food, and you hopefully got to get the gas and get back on the road in 15 minutes. Now, that means you need to avoid and be on the lookout for all the busy, fucked up exits. And you need to try to find the easy on, easy offs, and remember those. I write them down in a notebook that I keep in the car. So that way I know, for example, that the stopping at Wendy's at exit 38 in Smiths Grove, Kentucky off I-65 is going to take me 12 minutes less than stopping just 10 miles down the road at the Bowling Green exit, because it's easy on, easy off. And there's never any fucking, unless you go at lunchtime, there's never anybody in there.
So this little notebook you keep in the car, and by the way, I think we just hit on another item that you're going to have to start selling with the burger towel, will be the car notebook.
Well, yeah, well, you don't have a notebook and a pen in your car?
I have a pen, but I don't use it for the specific thing. You keep a running list, a tally of what exits are easy on, easy off. What else? What other notes do you keep?
And truthfully, and then you go for the cheap gas. And you know that exit 2 in Franklin, Kentucky, the Pilot station, is going to be the cheapest gas on I-65 and 140-mile stretch through Kentucky. So you try to time your fill up to where you can get back there on the way home, or you can get there from home. And of course, I don't really write down now the routes that I have taken many times. I've committed these things to memory. But for a new route, or a route that, or possibly, when some new construction pops up, you want to jot that down. And also you want to note your hotels. You want to note that because if you, for example, want to stay at a Hampton Inn in Calhoun, Georgia, then that's just a less than an hour's drive from Atlanta, but you can save some money or some aggravation by that not staying around the Atlanta area because of the busyness and the hecticness and the whatever the fuck. So when they open the new hotel at an exit that's more convenient, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, you always got to keep a pen and a piece of paper in the car, if not a notebook, so that you notate your best stops.
All right. I have a pen. I'll get a little tiny notebook. I don't really have a lot of stops I need to notate. But do you use a GPS? Do you use like Google Maps or anything?
Well, actually, I got a GPS built in Black Beauty. And then once I figured out how to use it, it's fun because it's fun watching, you can see the exact mileage to your destination counting down. I know how to get there anyway. Plus, I have a Rand McNally Road Atlas in the pocket in the back of my seat. So I'm never going to get lost anywhere in the United States. Plus, I have a piece of paper over my visor that has my hotel and address and phone number and reservation number. Any people involved with the promotion of the shows that I'm going to that particular time, their phone numbers, the building addresses and information, and any other pertinent stuff I might need along the way. So I have that on paper above my visor. I've got a Rand McNally Road Atlas in the pocket behind my seat. I have an updated GPS built into the dashboard of Black Beauty. And I already know where I'm going anyway, because chances are I've been there before. But that's just that way I got everything covered.
We need to do a video of you giving a tour of the car.
That actually may be coming up soon from What Culture. Remember, I took the What Culture guys
that's right.
to Florida for WrestleMania weekend, and they are the On the Road documentary is being edited as we speak.
Okay, so maybe we will get a.
And I'll tell you, it was entertaining taking Kenny McIntosh from Scotland to his first Waffle House, his first Cracker Barrel, and where else? We took him something else that was the first too. I can't remember. But it was very interesting watching him actually eat real food. And he was licking the plate.
Those are the two whitest sounding restaurants in existence. The Waffle House and Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel. Hey, Cracker Barrel is fine country cooking. And now here's the thing. Do not go to Cracker Barrel if you're on the road. Cracker Barrel is cheap and it's good and it's fucking usually quick. But do not go to Cracker Barrel, especially on Sunday for lunch or dinner. Hit the odd times in the day, because the average age of the clientele at any Cracker Barrel in America is fucking dead.
Really?
Oh my God. It literally looks like they have backed up a bus to the home and brought there's people hooked up to machinery sitting there eating chicken fried steak. It appeals to the older. It's the church crowd on Sundays, and things like that.
What fast food chain is the worst in terms of timeliness? If you want to get through a drive-thru quick, get your food, it's good, and you're out, what's the best and what's the worst in terms of timeliness?
I don't even know why they have a drive-thru. Never go to Steak and Shake to the drive-thru. Because, they cook everything from scratch when you order it, but you will sit at a Steak and Shake drive-thru for 20 fucking minutes for anything. I don't know why they even have drive-thrus. They really are a step but because they have waitress table service inside, etc. They're open 24 hours a day. They are a step above a drive-through type setup. I've always had a horrible time goal maintenance with Steak and Shake drive-thrus.
Asked and answered. Well, let's get some other answers here this morning here, Jim.
How's the show been going on? Is this the show?
It's been 13 minutes of road and fast food. Not even stories, just knowledge and information.
That's just you need to know these things.
I can listen to you talk about these things all day. I've never heard anyone
leave home and go any distance away from your home and make it back with the unpreparedness, and you're like a babe in the woods. I worry for you traveling. You don't know these fucking travel fucking rules. What do they call them these days? Hacks?
Hacks.
I'm hacking the travel. I've been hacking travel for 35 years.
All I need is my smartphone and I'm good.
Hey, on the Experience this week, ask me about my toiletry bag.
Okay. This has become like Secret Wars or the Infinity Gauntlet. It goes from one show to another, and we continued the discussion.
my traveling, and Stace gets upset at me about it, my traveling toiletry and equipment bag for road travel weighs about 30 pounds. And there is a 12-foot extension cord and a small toolkit, but you have to have these things if you're going to be, on the road away from your home where you have all your stuff.
All right. We'll hear more about the 30-pound toiletry bag this Thursday, or as Jim said earlier, anytime.
Anytime. We don't know when these shows air, but that's a tease for you. Hear about Cornette's 30-pound toiletry and equipment bag. And that's not even counting when there's that kind of equipment and it weighs heavy. It's heavier.